Hey, today I'm going to transport Space Cadet Raph back to 2001, but back when 2001 was the future. He's going to go on an odyssey. So this isn't really Space Cadet Raph, this is Astronaut Raph, but he's based on the Space Cadet Raph, because this is from the Mutant Mayhem costume turtles, not the original ones back from the 90s. But I had some scraps from 3D printing and I just glued a bunch to his chest, and that's kind of what I'm going for. And then I make a gray primer with some white acrylic primer and some white acrylic and some black acrylic, and I'm covering them all. But I covered like where the head goes on, and that was a rookie mistake. I'm gonna have to sand all that off later. His head was already pretty tight to get on and off. But I was gonna do this guy, I was looking for references. I just googled like spacesuit, and I was reminded, or I saw the 2001 one, and then the whole family, or they all have different colors, and I thought I should do all of the turtles in their own color because that would be cool. And I had recently got a 3D printer, so I scanned my Astronaut Raph here, and then I made 3 more in different sizes for the different turtles, and I 3D printed them. And then I was gonna use my soldering iron to sharpen up the details and stuff, but I didn't really ever bother with it, I guess. I thought they're good enough. They're just gonna be in the background because those are the heads from the original Mutant Mayhem turtles that I customized. But this, I'm using Tamiya tape because I want to make a line. I wanted to first cut off like the front third of the visor, but I couldn't find my flexible ruler, and I looked for it for hours. But now I'm covering everything with a matte acrylic varnish to get it more ready for paint, everything that didn't have a primer, but also to seal this up so that it doesn't get scratched while I'm working. And where was I? Oh yeah, 3D printer. And now I'm more proficient with Blender. I could have added the details in there, but I wasn't at the time because this was like months ago, or at least a month ago, maybe 2, after I did the other costume turtles that I got this started. So I'm just dry brushing some copper on the weapons to give them a little more detail and make the details pop out more. I'm onto is at a gunmetal, and I'm doing some of the metal parts in that. I do the hoses for all of them, and I do his backpack, and I put some copper on his backpack. I did copper around his knee pads. I give them all different colors. Now I have chrome, which is a brighter kind of silver color, and I'm doing the visors in that for Mikey and Leo. Donnie's gonna have gold, Raph is gonna have gold, but oh yeah, I wanted to cut off the front so that in the pictures he wouldn't have any glass, but the rest would be gold. But couldn't find my ruler, and then I could have just taped it and drew the line and cut it. But by that time, once I got the tape out, I taped the top to get a guideline, but I couldn't get a straight line on the inside. So I did 2, making a V, because that was more possible. But I ended up doing like 10 coats, like they're all thin coats, but it took a lot to cover this with the gold. So I paint a bunch, and then I do another coat of gold, and then I paint some more, and I do another coat of gold, and then I paint some more and do another coat of gold until I finally get it gold. And then I thought, I haven't touched his face yet, I should do that to match everything else is going to be painted. So I have a hunter green wash to go around the darker edges, and then some leaf green highlights on like the nose and the more raised areas. Then I do some more gold. Now this is Sahara gold. It's a bit of a darker gold. I think maybe it'll stick more, and the brighter is closer to the glass. That's why I painted on the inside, not the outside, because I want it to look like it's a glass gold helmet dome thing, where the others, they were made from plastic that I 3D printed, so they're getting painted on the outside because they're not clear. But I go with the hunter green for the alien on his back, and then I go over that with the neon green, so I want him to be brighter and stand out on the red of his suit and the silver of his backpack. Then I do another coat of gold. I think this is the last one, and then I use some of that same red I used on the suit, but on his mask it's going to look different because the suit I went over gray and I did 2 coats, and this I went over red, so you don't really notice it, but it looks a little painted. So now I peel that off the tape. Now I cover everything with a matte acrylic varnish to finish it up and seal it up and do a little bit of touch-ups and put them all together So you can see I wanted to avoid that glare. It was really hard to light them because of the glare of the mask, and if I cut it off, I mean, I like it better than if I cut it off maybe, but I was gonna like stick it so it's like it hydraulically raises, but I wasn't gonna actually make it like open and close. It was just gonna stay there. But that's how he looks, and that's the other brothers in the background. They're gonna be in with him, but they'll be wearing the helmet, and I'm gonna put the heads back where they came from. So until next time, remember, always keep your head up. Peace.